Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another What I Eat in a Day video. So if you have been around here before, you know that in these videos, I take my camera around with me throughout the day and just kind of casually share with you what I'm eating. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Becca. I'm a registered dietitian, so I'm very passionate about nutrition, but I am also equally as passionate about intuitive eating, meaning listening to your body, using that as a guide, and really applying a lot of balance to eating. I certainly love to eat whole, real, nourishing foods because that's how I feel my best, but also I'm very passionate about nutrition, and nutrition is really important, but I am not, a stickler about it. There's nothing that I particularly cut out. There is certainly a lot of room for balance, so you'll kind of see that here on my channel. Most of the food that I eat is, food that I make here at home, but I'm also a busy mom, so I definitely take some shortcuts here and there when I can, and I'm just trying to fuel myself as much as possible and as best as possible while just, being busy. Okay, so before I dive into the video and share everything that I'm eating, I just kind of wanted to sit down and give you guys a little context on where I've been at as an intuitive eater, as someone who's trying to eat well. So I am almost 4 months postpartum with Beau. He's my third. And I have to tell you, this time around has been the hardest when it comes to eating. For two reasons. One, my appetite postpartum is never that great. Even though I'm nursing, I get hungry, but I'm not, just a lot of stuff doesn't really sound that good to me. My appetite is just not good for those first few months postpartum, and I'm still kind of in that zone, and I'm used to that. But that coupled with now having 3 very small kids, and just feeling like you really cannot stop or take a breath all day long, that has kind of lent itself to me not really fueling myself as well as I want to, and really as much as I need. It's so easy for me to just be so busy and be so focused on what it is that I'm doing that I ignore the fact that I'm hungry, and I won't grab a snack, or I'll push off a meal or something like that. And it doesn't make me feel good. I feel really weak and jittery throughout the day because my blood sugar is low. I'm definitely not eating enough protein and probably enough fat. From intuitive eating all these years, I can just tell what my body needs. I can feel it if I've just been eating too many carbohydrates. I can feel it if I really need some protein to kind of really give me some real fullness and help me feel more steady. And I have just been ignoring a lot of those cues recently because, hello, I'm human, I'm not perfect. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because I know that a lot of moms in particular, but really anyone who's busy, a lot of the clients I used to counsel in the corporate setting would run into this all the time. They're just so busy working that they don't stop to eat. And that not only are you not, nourishing your body and giving it the fuel it needs right in that moment, but it really will send your whole body out of whack. You'll be running on stress hormones. It's really hard on your thyroid. It's really hard on your body in general. So it's so important to fuel up. And this is definitely something that I can say that I've been struggling with. So because of that, you'll kind of see in this video, it's really something I've tried to focus on more, be more cognizant, be more on top of, and not just be so dismissive of. So really trying to get in a lot more protein and really just think about it a little bit more, and really trying to stop and eat when I'm hungry, which can be hard. Which again, this is not something I've ever really struggled with until this season of life. So if you're in that boat, I hope that you'll find a little encouragement here, and also just maybe some tips in this video. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so starting with breakfast, Matt has been the official breakfast maker in our house for quite a while now. We kind of got into this habit when I was pregnant and just sick every morning, and then I had Beau, and most mornings I'm just with him, or if he is up through the night, I sleep in a little bit. So Matt just kind of takes care of breakfast, which is really nice. And one of his specialties is actually my Dutch baby recipe. It is so good. It's basically, I've shared it before in What I Eat in a Day videos. I even have a whole recipe video here on my channel on how to make it. But it's basically a giant pancake that you bake in the oven, but it's really heavy on the eggs and lighter on the flour. So it's a pretty protein-rich meal. It's a lot more filling than just regular pancakes, and it's also just easier to make because you don't have to stand there flipping pancakes on the stove for a while. You mix all the ingredients together, you whisk it all up, and then you put it, just pour it into a hot skillet with some butter, and then you bake it in the oven for about 20-25 minutes. I'll leave the actual recipe video linked down below for you guys if you want to try it. So many of you have tried it and tagged me on Instagram. It's definitely a favorite in our house, and I'm glad that other people are loving it as well. And it's a bit of a healthier take on the traditional Dutch baby because I'm not like sweetening it with sugar. A lot of times I'll use einkorn flour, although you can totally use all-purpose flour, and that's what we do sometimes too. So it's just a little bit healthier than the traditional, and it's so good. Everybody loves it. It always gets gobbled up, and when it comes out of the oven, it's like big and puffy and golden brown, and it's just a crowd pleaser here in our house for sure.
Dada.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say how you doing. Say how you doing. Where's your nose? Good job. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say have a good day.
Good day.
So I wanted to share my coffee with you guys. I don't typically show this in a What I Eat in a Day because, you know, it's not a what I drink in a day, I guess. But I do love lattes, and I feel like there's just, you know, it's a lot of milk, so it's kind of substantial. It's a, you know, a little bit of protein and fat, which kind of adds to my intake, I guess, for the morning, if that makes sense. So I just kind of wanted to share it. I have an espresso machine. It is my favorite appliance I've ever had. We use it every day. It's literally worth every penny. And the only downside is it will make you a coffee snob, but I don't hate it because I get to drink amazing coffee every day, and they usually go on sale during the holiday season, so I'll link it down below. Seriously, one of the best purchases I've ever made. I love it. Okay, you guys, so it is like 11 o'clock-ish. It's not quite lunchtime, but I am really hungry, so I'm taking a quick moment to actually feed myself before continuing with my busy morning. So this is not a fancy snack, but it's what I'm having. Cheese stick, nothing fancy, a little fat and protein. And then in here are the Simple Mills like almond flour crackers. I buy them in bulk from Costco, which is why they're just in this little bag instead of a box. So I'm gonna have some cheese and some crackers, and then in a little bit I'll have like actual lunch, so it'll be a little bit more filling, but this is just gonna tie me over for now. Okay, you guys, so I am about to make myself some lunch. It's a little bit while later, and I am definitely hungry. So I have some leftover chili here. There's really not that much left, so I'm just gonna heat up like a small bowl of that. I have sourdough that I made a few days ago that I'm just gonna slice up, toast to make avocado toast, and I also have some cucumber in the fridge, so I think I'm just gonna slice that up too. Lunch is definitely my hardest meal of the day, meaning the meal I'm most apt to, I don't want to say skip, because I never actually skip lunch, but I will push it off if I'm busy. I'm just like, I'll be hungry and I'll just keep pushing it off until I've just waited too long, and then I'm like feeling out of it. I'm so hungry. So when it comes to lunch, having some kind of protein packed thing that is like either already made, so like leftovers, like chili is a perfect example, or sometimes we'll get like burgers from a local farmer's market. They have really, really good ones, and we'll make those, and a lot of times I just eat it like by itself with cheese, not like on a bun. and just chicken salad, something like that. If I have something like that in the fridge prepped, or something that's super quick to cook, that is like key for me to a solid lunch. And like that's not all I eat, that's where I start. And I'll add, you know, maybe it's sauerkraut or like slice up cucumbers, or maybe it's berries. And then avocado toast is a huge go-to for me because it gives me a lot of fat, which is very filling, and then also carbohydrates, which help give me energy to keep going. So sourdough bread, if I have it, is like my favorite. Otherwise, I'll use store-bought bread. But basically, if I have some kind of filling protein something, I can kind of easily build a lunch around that. And that is what works the best for me. Because again, I don't really like lunch. I don't like to stop to eat. It's my least favorite meal. So I most certainly don't want to drop everything I'm doing and like cook a meal. And I don't really want to eat like just something like lunch meat out of the fridge either, because it's just, I don't really enjoy that. I'll do it if I'm desperate, but so that's kind of how I approach lunch, which again is my least favorite meal. And that is how I just make it a little bit easier for me to actually stop and fuel myself properly. All right, so I've got my lunch. Avocado toast on the sourdough that I made with everything bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. Just some sliced up cucumber. And then this is the chili. It's got grass-fed ground beef. We get ours from a local farmer. It's got cannellini beans. It's got corn, peppers, onions, garlic, spices, all the good stuff, tomatoes, obviously. So that's my lunch. Okay guys, so it's a little bit later on in the day and I am about to actually heat up some bone broth that I'm going to drink. So I know that this is like a thing, people drink bone broth for, I mean, it's nutrient dense, mainly for gut health benefits. I'm actually drinking it mainly because it is very high in protein. And I've mentioned that I'm trying to be more cognizant of my protein intake. Basically what I know is going to be very filling and satiating, and protein is, I mean, fat too, but I feel like I eat enough fat. Protein, I feel like I've been lacking just based on how I feel. So anyway, I've mentioned that already, but I'm actually going to heat this up. I had a friend that's from out of town come stay with us, and she actually brought this because she drinks it every day, mainly for the protein, and we were talking about it. And it has 20 grams in it for this whole thing. And this will fill like one large mug. So I thought that that was just a really great idea because it's something you can just easily sip on, and 20 grams of protein is a lot. That's like having like a protein shake, but this is obviously completely natural. It doesn't have any additives or sugar or anything like that. And the ingredients, I haven't done like I haven't tried a lot of different brands because this is the one that she really liked. So I was just like, okay, I'll try that. And the ingredients are excellent. They are literally just the beef broth. It's all organic, and just some sea salt and some spices and like onion, carrot, celery, apple cider vinegar. That's it pretty much. So I am going to just heat this up. I'm gonna throw it in a mug and I will just sip on it. And it's actually kind of cold, so it's nice to sip on something hot, but that will also give me a little bit of fuel to keep me going. All right, so I'm about to get dinner started. I've got my bone broth here I'm sipping on. I'm also snacking on these little, they're Parmesan cheese crisps. These are so good. These are just like the Wegmans store brand. If you guys have never had these and you like cheese, they are delicious and so satisfying. But I'm gonna start on dinner. Tonight I'm doing like a taco skillet. So easy. I've definitely shared this on my channel before. This is like a go-to for us for like an easy weeknight dinner. Basically, I cook rice in my Instant Pot, which I just got out. cook rice in the Instant Pot, and then I cook on the, in a big skillet. I do chopped up pepper, onion, some garlic, and then I cook either ground beef or ground turkey. I actually have ground turkey tonight, which I don't normally cook with, but it's nice to switch it up sometimes. So I cook all that together and then add a bunch of like taco style or seasoning spices, or if I have taco seasoning, I love the one from Thrive Market, I'll put that in. And then I add in the rice, I add in a bunch of salsa, and top it with cheese until the cheese melts, and that's it. And then we literally just serve it in bowls, top it with, I actually have some cilantro, so I'll add that. Top it with some sour cream and cilantro, or like pickled jalapenos if you have those. It's so good. My kids love that. They're happy to eat that. It's very filling. It's got fiber, it's got protein, it's got fat, it's got veggies, especially if you top it with avocado, it's really got fat. And it's just an easy whole food weeknight meal that's simple to come together. Everybody eats it, and it's very filling. Okay, so it is a little while after dinner. All of the kids are asleep, and is it good?
Yeah.
I usually always eat something. I always have like some kind of nighttime snack. It's usually cereal, or sometimes I make oatmeal. or like yogurt and granola and fruit, that kind of thing. But sometimes I have ice cream. And tonight we actually got ice cream, but it is ice cream and cookie dough. There's like a cookie dough place near us. I have been wanting to try this place since we moved here a while ago, and it's vanilla ice cream, and then underneath is apparently cookie dough, like chocolate chip cookie dough. So that's what I'm having. It looks so good. Okay, so I just have to try this. Oh my gosh. That is insanely good. So, most of the time, wow, that is like seriously so good. I eat whole real food that I cook myself. And sometimes I eat things like this. So good. I'm going to enjoy this. Doesn't have to be perfect all the time. And I can still be a healthy person, have things like this all the time. And when you don't like restrict yourself from things like this and put a lot more emphasis on it than it deserves, then you can eat this, and I'll eat it until I'm feeling satisfied. Maybe that'll be half, maybe that'll be the whole thing. I have no idea. But I'll eat it until I'm satisfied, and that will be that. And I'll move right along, and I can still be healthy and enjoy things like this. So that is the beauty of intuitive eating. It's just being able to balance your diet naturally without having to force it or rely on any like external plans or rules. So that's why I love eating this way so much, and it just really gives you freedom to enjoy all the things. Healthy, not so healthy. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this What I Eat in a Day video. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you got a new snack or meal or idea to try out. If you guys are interested in my nutrition and intuitive eating course, it will be opening back up for enrollment in the near future. I always have that linked down in the description box. I talk about everything from in-depth nutrition to how to release the dieting mindset to how to actually listen to your body and apply what it's telling you to how you're eating. It is basically everything you need to know for both nutrition, because it's super important and not something to be ignored or dismissed, and everybody eats and everybody needs to be nourished, so you need this information. Everything from nutrition to intuitive eating and how to just be your happiest, healthiest eater. So again, that link will be down below, so you can join the waitlist for when it opens back up. But that is all I have. So if you are new here, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe, join my little community here on YouTube. You can also follow me over on Instagram. I'm just at Becca Bristow. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.